Okay, Thursday, 15th of September. These are the indices. Again, as I said, pretty boring morning. This was the first signal on DAX, 810. You would have actually entered very, very close to the pivot point. And so you should have waited for the market to clear that pivot point of some points, some buffer. But if you did that, you would have had to enter at 92, 93, and that would have been very, very close to big round number. And after a rally of 50 points already, that wasn't a very high probability trade. As it happened, you would have made some points here, but that was to be filtered. Like this was to be filtered, you have the signal here just before 10 o'clock, but it was too close to the pivot point. In the afternoon, nothing really until 1:45, so you had to wait for 1:30. This was the news. 1:45. The market actually had this break of this low here, which is double bottom here, but you didn't have the signal yet, so you would have entered quite late on this. The stop should have been at about moving averages, a little bit above moving averages. As soon as you were in, the market went the other way, so it would have been pretty hairy actually. But then the market went down again. At this point, basically look at the time. This is 2:10, and I decided to go out and break even, and not to wait for the time around the New York Open and other things like that. As it happened, if I stayed in, I would have made my 15 points, but I didn't, so that's it. Let's look at something else. This something else came in the shape of buy signal at 3:15. The market then retraced a bit. That was quite good because it bounced on the moving average, and it gave me the possibility of putting up the stop just before this one. And now the entrance here is at 73, so you could have entered at about 76, and the idea was to get to the pivot point, which is 86. It would have given you exactly 10 points, and you get it. The problem with today's and these days is that you see you have this great move up, and usually you're able to stay in with the second part of the trade, but it's so jerky every time. If the market gets here, I tend to put the stop for the second half to break even, and it's regularly hit. So you had to start doing the re-entries. I didn't do this re-entry because it was too close to big round number, and you see I missed a pretty big opportunity. It was anyway 4 o'clock, so pity, but it was too late for me to trade. Pretty much the same thing for YM. You were not triggered here in the morning, very boring morning. You could have entered here, but it was really a bad place to get in. You would have made probably a break even. Here we don't trade because it's after 10 o'clock. Here, same thing as the DAX. There was an entry, but the entry was at 12:15, actually 1:15, just before 1:30. We don't enter on news, and so we have to wait, and we have the first sell signal here. Now, this wasn't triggered at all, and we had to wait until 14:15 in order to get in. but 14.15 is way too close to New York Open. So that was another instance where we have to filter. And again, it would have been a little bit of a pity because actually the markets gave you 10-15 points, but these are the rules. This is the opening, and again, for a while, half an hour or so, there was really nothing to do. Big yo-yoing up and down. Then you have this signal here. This is a buy signal. It is a range. So you wait for the breakout of this range, and you have it here at 305. The market went up a bit, and then you got your points basically here. It was a little bit hairy. If you did move your stop to break even too early, you would have been stopped out. So again, another frustration for this. You actually get to 90 with an entry at 76, so you could have had your 10 points anyway. And then this was basically an advanced trade. You have the range and you have another breakout. Now the breakout is pretty close to this R1. Now keep in mind, that's quite important actually, that the chart you're looking at is a CFD chart, and it's based on September, still September delivery month in the YM. I was actually trading already on futures the December month, and this level here, the R1, was in a little bit sort of better place. Now you would have entered here in any case at about let's say 12 or 13, and the R1 was at 21, so enough to give it a go. Great re-entry, and the market went up through the roof actually. I just for this exercise I decided to close it down at about here. But actually the market went much higher. If you could stay there at about 4:30, 5 o'clock, that would have been very good. So once again, the afternoon rescued the morning, and it was a positive day, but not really funny, and a little bit frustrating, especially with the opening with 2 losses in the morning.